Are you ready to see how this history case with Zillow as the iBuyer turned out great for the seller and got more money than the market will ever pay for it? Stay tuned. You gotta watch this. Hi, my name is Felipe Padilla with eXp Realty here in the beautiful Houston, Texas. And if you need the best realtor on your side in H-Town, contact me, info in the description below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like the video, hit the bell notification so YouTube tells you when we upload content that it is every week. In our previous video, we learned what an iBuyer is. Remember, it's a group of investors, could be US based or could be international, typically composed by hedge funds too, that they just got a lot of money and put it to work, in this case, in real estate. So we used to have three big buyers, Opendoor, OfferPad, and Zillow. And Zillow recently just got out of the game. In the previous video, remember how this seller joined forces with a local realtor and they together sold their property through Zillow cash offers? Well, stay tuned and we'll see now the conclusion of that episode, which is the analysis of the property and the results of it, a summary of all the numbers and how much Zillow made or lost. Stay tuned for that. If you own a house, you probably receive a postcard and email in the mail saying, hey, your house is worth all the way from $200,000 to $300,000, right? So it's a very wide, huge range. And it's kind of designed like that just to pick on your interest and see if you call them. That's the whole thing. But obviously, they already have a established number for your house, right? In their ideal conditions. Let's jump right into it. This is a history case in Spring, Texas. This happened. Zillow bought this property back in June of 2021. And this is in this little community right here. It's called Siena Vista. The house that is yellow, this one is the one bought by Zillow and then resold, probably weeks after they bought it, right? So this is a property that had been sold in the last 6 months. And as you can see, there's a little bit of activity here. Not a whole lot, but it's a small community. Again, it's like 84 houses in this community. So let's jump into it. And this is the listing. First of all, let's look at the house, right? So this is a house. It's pretty on the outside. Pretty much all the houses in the neighborhood look like that, right? So as you can see, they did vacuum it. So Zillow or any other iBuyer, what they do is they try to buy properties in any condition, then repair it, put as less money as they can to put it back in the market, got a fresh paint. Maybe in this case, I don't think these are new carpets, probably the old ones, but definitely it got a coat of fresh paint here. This seems white. It used to be the same color as the walls. Just a little cleaning here and there, and nothing out of the ordinary. All the houses looked at this, same fixtures, same floors, same cabinets, same stainless steel appliances in the whole neighborhood. So that is the model, guys. So buy and then resell as quick as possible with putting in the less money possible into the house for renovations, right? So in this case, they know this is a house that was in good conditions. And the seller did confirm to me that they made an offer with sight unseen. Of course, there's going to be an inspector that is going to go to the property and just verify that. The process went really quick, right? So nothing out of the ordinary, but it's pretty clean. So that is a must, right? So it's pretty clean. They mowed the lawn, etc. On the outside, I don't think they did anything. But it looks good, right? Let me show you the story about this. Once they bought it, they bought it in June. Early July, they put it in the market again. Actually, we can know when they bought it. Take a look at this here. So this is the same property, right? Now I'm in the Zillow.com page. So obviously it's owned by Zillow. And here in price and tax history, we can see that it was listed for sale 79. So June 25th, 2021, sold to Zillow, and they say it's $132 per square foot. This home, 7/8, July 8th. This home was evaluated, repaired, and prepared for listing by Zillow partners. So really, really quick. And the day after, so that's what I'm telling you guys. They did not do much, right? So probably fresh paint on the inside, vacuum, just clean everything, and boom, back to the market. That is the model, right? So move as quick as possible to reduce expenses. And they started with $323,900 for the asking price. Obviously, if they sell for this, they need to get more, right? But you need to know your market, and that is the thing. So that is one of the advantages of a local real estate agent. They know their markets. And Zillow, I mean, they have a lot of data, but that doesn't necessarily make them experts. So they try to maximize, obviously, their profit, and they started with this in the market. And then there was a price change, 21 days later. They didn't sell it. They knew it was too high. They dropped it to almost 312, and then they didn't sell for another 13 days. They did another price reduction to 300, and then didn't sell for another 14 days. So every 2 weeks they are reevaluating their price, right? And dropping because nobody is not taking interest, and there's a reason for that, because they're trying to get more of what this house can give, right? And a real savvy and knowledgeable realtor can tell you this. You don't have to wait 1 month or 2 months to make, or 2 weeks to make changes, right? So we know, we study the market, and we know what the right price should be. The problem is that Zillow is basically a wholesaler, right? It's trying to buy low and try to sell high. And for that strategy to work, they definitely need to get a profit. So this is what's happening. They wanted a profit. Boom, they put a price. If there was a buyer that wasn't really aware of the market, or wasn't represented by a good realtor or something like that, and he was willing to pay for that, so nobody got into the hook. So they drop it, and then finally they got a pending once they got to 287,900, and this is after a week later, right, and changing the price. And let me show you something. So here is the same summary. So the house is being 55 days in the market so far, and there's a reason why. And it only start picking up interest when they drop the price to 287,900. Before that, doesn't matter how pretty it is, the house is not gonna sell, and there's a reason for that. Let me show you. So a good realtor will go with you with the comparables in the market. You're gonna compare apples to apples, and you need houses that are very similar to the house that you are probably selling or buying. So in this case, we know this is the property, 630 Olive Lane, and the lot size is 5,500, square footage is 2,259, and you have to compare that to similar lots and similar square footage of the properties. Also, look at the year. So it's the same neighborhood, so everything was built pretty much the same year or very close. And also bedrooms, bathrooms. So this one is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. There's one here that's is similar but has 1 less bathroom, but a little bit bigger, right? 2,549, almost like less than 300 square feet, and very similar lot size. So this is a good comp, right? 627 Alia. This one sold for 278, and you can see the square footage here, the price per square footage. Basically, if I were the agent listing this property, I knew this is something that will sell for sure. Now, we all know the market is very hot still, so obviously you can push it a little bit more. And this is going to be a decision for the seller and the buyer, right? So they're going to have to make a choice. Do you want to sell it quick? Do you want to maximize and wait a little bit more? You want to sell it a little bit below market value to create war basically. Just see who gets the property, just create a multiple bidding scenario where, you know, it just go escalating and somebody gets the best offer, right? And typically it's going to go higher than the fair market value. We also have this data point. So this is not as good comp as this one, but it's a little bit smaller, about 200 square feet smaller, but has a bigger size lot, almost 2,000 square feet more. And it's a 3, 2.5. This is a 4, 3.5. But this one is pending, continue to show at 290. When they say pending continue to show, is because they're not sure they're going to buy it. But you know, you have this data point and you have this solid data point. So you know you are going to be between these two. All right. Here is the summary of what happened with this case history. So this is a property located in Spring, Texas, very close to the Woodlands. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, and 2-car garage. It's a two-story house as well, built in 2014 with 2259 square feet. Zillow purchased, and this is public information in their webpage, they purchased the property for $298,188, which is $132 per square feet. Remember this? And then they basically just cleaned the house inside. They didn't do much. I look at the pictures and definitely they did not do much except for maybe cleaning it a little bit. And they put it back in the market within 2 days of buying it. So they started their initial sales price at $323,900, which is way too high, but way too high for this property. And why they did this? Because their algorithm told them that this was the market value at that point in time. And this is the strategy. So 100% is $323,900. After 21 days or 3 weeks, they decreased a 4%. That is $12,000. So they dropped the price to $311,900. And then after 2 more weeks, week number 5, they decreased the price again another $12,000. $12,000. Remember, this is the extra $12,000 that they offer the seller. Same number. It seems like they like the $12,000 number. And now is $299,900. Okay, it's getting close. Remember, I told you that the market value was between 280 to 90. So it got an option period at 287. So they obviously after 7 weeks, so 2 weeks later, they decreased the price another $12,000 to $87,900, and now they're in market, right? And it's option pending. So from OP goes to pending, same time. So it dropped the price $17,900, and wow! And then they finally sold at $268,250. So for a total discount of $55,650. No wonder why they're out of the market now, right? So they did not run their numbers well. And based on those numbers, so if they sold at $268,250 and they bought at $298,188, so plus commissions and closing costs on the selling side, and I need to add holding costs and the 3% on the investor. So let me do that real quick. So that's going to be not 4, but 7, because they paid a real estate agent. So that's 3. So they lost almost $50,000. The plan was to make with their offer $25,000. But you see, real estate is awesome, but it's also dangerous. If you don't run your numbers well, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have a professional backing you up and reading you the market, then bad things happen. That's why for sale by owners typically don't get as much money as they would if they were using a real estate agent or a realtor. In this situation, Zillow lost almost $50,000. The plan was to make 25. Now, you do have a happy seller because she sell over market price for sure. She got a lot of money extra. Zillow screwed up big time, and now they're out of the market. So what's going to happen? That's going to put more pressure on the rest of the iBuyers that are still in the market. They're going to run their numbers probably tighter. They're going to ask for more discounts. They're gonna, every single thing they see in inspection, they're not gonna bypass inspections probably, and they're gonna take a lot of pictures. They're gonna send people more. They are understanding now that this business is not as easy as it looks, right? You can make money, but you can also lose money very quickly. And let me know what you think. Do you think iBuyers is good for you? You think a realtor is good for you? What do you think about that? Leave your comments down here. And thank you guys again for your time. If you have any questions, please let me know. My name is Felipe Padilla. I'm your neighborhood realtor here in Houston, Texas. See you.